G'day humanoid life forms, it's Chewy back again, and today we are going to install some fret wire on this beautiful neck. Let's get straight down to business. Let's get a radius onto this fret wire. I am a massive convert and fan of jumbo stainless steel frets. So this is some jumbo stainless steel fret wire. I buy it in bulk from Southern Tone Woods, and it is Blacksmith fret wire. So it's 1.3 millimeters tall and it's 2.9 millimeters wide. Most acoustics only have tiny little frets on them, but you know what? I reckon it'd be awesome having an acoustic with jumbo frets. So I'm probably going to refret my Maton with jumbo stainless steel frets. Am I crazy? Is that the right thing to do? Is it a stupid thing to do? Who cares? I'm going to try it. You've all seen this before as well, thousands of times. I'll show you how I do a couple, then I'm going to turn the cameras off and do the rest, cut them. We'll go from there. Very simple. Leave a couple of mil, maybe 1 millimeter on each side. This stainless steel stuff is a little bit on the tougher side to cut. So it takes a little bit of force. There we go. Double check, measurements all right. Perfect first fret. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is just check the depth of my nut slots. I've already marked that out at 2 millimeters, which is just slightly more than the fret tang. And I'm just going to make sure I've got lots of light on the subject. Run my fret saw through my frets now. I am being extremely careful now not to mark up this neck. It's been sanded back to 1200 and it's absolutely beautiful. Last thing I want to do is mark that up in any way. And I'm just trying to make sure it's very consistent and very just accurate, so I can make sure the frets go in. Alright, now this is actually one of my nerve-wracking parts of the build because inevitably I'm going to hit the fingerboard somewhere and mark it up. I've got a plastic nylon hammer and I've got a little tiny jeweler's hammer. Now that's going to be one of my next investments, is a decent fretting hammer, because these things just aren't that good. This is okay, but yeah, I always stuff it up somewhere. Right, I'm starting with just one up here. Every now and again, when I hit a fret, it won't go in straight. It'll just flop over and put a mark in my fingerboard. Now, I hate doing this part. I really need a press. It'd be really lovely. This hammer's not heavy enough. This one's too big. Going to continue that off camera and then I'll show you what the next step is. So as you may remember, I did already carve the shape of this neck, which I normally wouldn't do. I'd normally put the frets in while it's still a block. So I've got this little bit of plywood underneath my mat here just to support the neck everywhere along there that I've been hammering. Don't need that anymore. I won't be hitting it hard anymore. Next step is to trim off all of the fret ends. That all went reasonably well. Now I'm just going to use a normal file, because that's what I've got, to flush up these very sharp frets. Look, I've got blood all over me. Oh, not all. I've got blood because, you know, you scrape your knuckles on them and you cut yourself. That's nothing uncommon for me to have some blood on my fingers, or a runny nose. Have you noticed? Pretty simple. I keep this file a double cut flat bastard. It's a finish cut. It works well on this job. I'm just going to get that down to flush first. I've missed an important step though. I need to put a truss rod hole so I can adjust my neck. Now, as I said to you earlier, I can't even speak. As I said to you previously, this notched straight edge is not a very good tool. It doesn't touch the first fret, doesn't touch the 22nd fret. I've had to hone it flat using my level. According to this notched straight edge, it is flat. But I am going to get that hole done now. Success! My next job is to get my thread rocker and just see how I go. I'm going to check this several times. Can you hear that? It's a bit high on this side just here. It's got it. This is my little beveling file. It's got a file on an angle of about 30 degrees or whatever it is. Just going to run that along here now and get that nice little bevel on my frets. Okay, after that process, now I'm left with very sharp beveled frets. They're relatively leveled. The next job is one of my favorites to do, and that is a level crown and polish and taking care of the fret ends. But that's going to have to wait until after dinner because I'm dying for a beer and I'm hungry. So I'll do that later. The wife got me a new t-shirt about guitarists. What do you think? I think it's pretty accurate. Now, I know this may seem strange to most of you, but this is one of my favourite parts of the guitar build. And that is levelling the frets, crowning the frets. Not so keen on the polishing yet. I should invest in the frettilizer system because what I have at the moment are a bunch of Hosco fret rubbers and I get cramps in my hand when I use them. But I do mask up my fingerboard and it's a time consuming process, but these are the cathartic and satisfying parts of the build that, you know, I really enjoy. I even enjoy doing this because, I don't know, maybe there's a weird illness in my head or something, but I do mark up my fingerboard, not because I can't manage a permanent marker. It's the stages after. I tend to mark up the fingerboard, and I don't want to do that. This fingerboard's too pretty to put any damage to. Very simple. Stick some red across the top of your frets. So for now, I've just done an up and back basically across all the frets just to see if I've got any that are really sticking up high. And I can see here this one and these few here are high, and I kind of expected it down this end here actually. That's almost really close already. I can't believe how good this is. That has got it. That is beautiful. Unreal. I am so very happy with that result so far. I'm just going to check again with my fret rocker and see how we're looking. I'm going to mark it up one more time and just give it another light pass on the 240. Then I'll move up to the 400. Then we should be up to crowning. Now I'm just going to give the fret ends a little bit of a kiss with this little tiny file that I made and made a couple of safe edges myself. I've got a flatter safe edge and a rounder safe edge. So I'm going to start with the flatter safe edge and just give that a little bit of a... And this is why I left the tape on. It's one of the reasons why I left the tape on. Because I noticed that when I was doing this without the tape on, I was getting a little bit of a scratch on the fingerboard, but with the tape on, it seems to work all right. Here's a close-up of what I'm doing. I'll do one or two and then get to the next bit. Now that the fret ends have had a little bit of a kiss, remark the tops of my frets again. And I've got my Crimson Guitars triangle fret file. I'm just going to gently and carefully just going to file that into a trapezoidal shape until there's a very thin strip of red on the very top of the fret. That's pretty much it. Now I've got a crown on the top of my frets. I'm just going to give them a good polish. Now I've got some fret rubbers here, coarse, 400 and fine, but I actually think it's easier to use my own pseudo fretilizer system using what I've got for now, and just starting with some 400 grit sandpaper wrapped around my fret rubber that already has a groove worn into it. This is how I've been doing it. And it gives me cramps in my hands. But I've been getting really good results, and I haven't had to spend more money just yet. Now I've been onto the fretilizer page a few times. I've even clicked on an order. And the only thing that stopped me from doing it was thinking, I've already got what I need here right now, so why spend more money on something that is only going to do the same job? It's just going to be easier and faster and cause me less pain in my hands. Yeah, that's right, I'm a f***ing idiot. I should just buy it, shut the f*** up and do it. And I will, eventually. I'm just a stubborn f***. Get onto finer and finer grits and then show you what I do at the end. This is my third last phase of fret polishing. And you can see already, let me get nice and close in on there, mirrory, shiny finish. Got 2 phases left on preparing this neck, and the first one involves, yes, the Dremel. As controversial as it may seem, I'm just going to give these a little bit of a buff with the Dremel. I don't think it makes a great difference, but I think it makes a difference. My final stage involves something that's quite dividing and controversial, and it's good old steel wool. Now, I could just go back over it with my finest fret rubber, which, to be fair, brings it back to a very fine shine. I'm going to show you the difference between fret number 1 is with my finest fret rubber, fret number 2 with steel wool, very fine, and you'll see that there really isn't a difference. There's fret number 1, there's fret number 2, and there's the unfinished frets that have been done with the Dremel. Well, that's it for this video. I'm just going to rip off this masking tape, and I forgot to put a strip down there, so it's going to take me a little while. You can watch as I do this. And I've got 2 layers. And it's splitting apart. And I'm a f***ing idiot. One bit of tape didn't come off, you bastard. Alright, there she is in all of her beauty. Thank you very much for watching. If you've lasted this long, you're an absolute trooper. Good luck to all the builders in the Jurg's Cup. I hope you're enjoying your build, and I hope you're doing something good for yourself and the people around you. Because at the end of the day, what really matters, it isn't wood and metal, it's what you do with it. It's what happens with it once it's been finished. This guitar is coming up beautiful. Now I know I'm going to have to do a bit of sanding. I can see some dings in there, probably from when I was smashing this thing with a hammer. But these frets look absolutely beautiful. Let me give it a bit of a feel. No, still a couple of little rough spots I'll need to touch up on the fret ends, but I'm not finished yet. I still need to do a little bit of sanding on the edges there, but I tell you what, this guitar's coming up beautifully. All right, until next time, be good to each other. Chewy out. Peace.